Guys, Master Guns here. I've been getting a lot of questions lately on what backblowing is. You've probably heard me mention it in prior videos and some of the online things that I've been doing. So instead of trying to explain it in a step-by-step, I figured I'd just make a video and allow everyone to kind of really just see what it is. It's a really useful technique that can be used to either mix the paint in the hopper of your gravity feed airbrush. In case you guys are wondering, this is what's considered a gravity feed airbrush. So it does not have the draw tube at the bottom with a little, where the hopper where you put the paint on the side. So it's worked right into the airbrush, and this is my preferred style. So what we're going to do is 2 drops of whatever color you're going to be using. In this case, since I'm working on my Ion Age Retained Knights, I'm using a Warlord Purple from Vallejo Game Air. I'll do a drop of airbrush Flow Improver, and then 2 drops, or in this case it's just a 1-to-1 ratio of paint to Vallejo Airbrush Thinner. Alright, so you're going to put that in your hopper. It's going to be down there in the bottom, and then simply you just take a paper towel. You're going to gently squeeze the tip of it there, and then see if I can get that to focus. You're going to get the flow going, so it's going to bubble up in there. You want to be real gentle with the flow, right? So you don't want it to pull right back on the trigger and get it spraying all over the place. So that's probably a pretty good mix there. Test it on the side. Okay, there you go. See that coming out there? All right, so then we're just going to apply the base color. And so the reason I'm videotaping this part as well is to show you how to use it to clean out your airbrush as well. Like I said, it's a very useful technique for both, for changing colors in between applications and what have you. And again, one of the reasons I like to thin my paint to a 1-to-1, same reason like adding salt to food. It's always easier to add more than to take it away. So if you need to do a couple extra layers, do a couple extra layers. But it's always better to work with a little bit and then work it up. And again, I apologize if this isn't exactly in focus. This is more of just an interlude until I can get to cleaning it out. We're just looking for a nice even coat here. If you guys notice, like in prior videos, I'm concentrating on the upper surfaces of the model so that the black primer that it started as will stay visible and provide some natural shadows. And then you just kind of start building it up on the upper surfaces again, and by the time you go through and wash it and start building those colors up, it adds a nice natural gradient. Okay, so that covers colors pretty even there. So we're going to set that back in case you guys haven't seen the other picture. So this is the end result of this technique. Not cleaning out your airbrush, but just of the color scheme that I'm going to be doing here for my Ion Age stuff. Alright, so still got some paint left in there, but it's pretty well all used out. So what we're going to do is, from Blick Art, I grabbed these great little spouted squeeze bottles, and I just put a mixture in there of distilled water and, I don't know, a couple of capfuls of Windex. You don't really need it too strong. And so then you're just going to take that, fill the hopper, okay, and then get your paper towel, pinch the tip of it again, and just back blow until you see that that bubble come up there. And so what that's going to do is that's going to use the air pressure to push the paint out of the base of the airbrush and where the needle's at and everything. Let me see if I can't center that. Okay, and just dump that in your wastebasket or whatever you have to catch the excess. And you got to do this a couple of times, especially for the denser paint. But as you see, each time I do it, it's going to start to come out less and less. And so as less paint is in there and it's more just the cleaning solution, you can use airbrush cleaner too if you want, but I don't typically use that unless I'm like, really deep cleaning my airbrush. Okay. And then typically 2 or 3 times. If you're working with different shades, like if I was to do the next layer on this scene now, that's how you know the airbrush is getting pretty clean. See if I can center that. Is it's just clean solution at this point. There's no paint left in there. So you just test it on the paper towel. It's coming out clean. You're good to go. And that's it. And so I do that in between each color. It's a little time consuming at first until you kind of get the figures, until you get the pigment of whatever paint you're working with, till you get that down. But in a nutshell, that's what backblowing is. So just to recap, you can use that to clean out your airbrush at the end in between colors, when you're done airbrushing for the night or for whenever you're painting, and or for mixing paint in the hopper. Alright guys, hope this has been informative. I'm going to try and start doing more videos again. Work has calmed down a little bit now, so hopefully that'll be a possibility in the future. I apologize, my compressor kicked on there. But yeah, until next time, take care. Get painting.